7 signs that it's time for you to downsize your home and how to make it easy.
Now, if your home is too big, here's a couple tips on how we can tell. Now, it doesn't have to be, maybe you love a big home and that's totally fine. But if you can imagine yourself waking up Saturday, Sunday morning and ready to join the day, but instead of relaxing, you're looking around at all the rooms that you haven't even used that you now need to clean, this can be a problem for people. Maybe the kids have moved out. Maybe you have extra bedrooms that are now just storage spaces. Perhaps just the daily maintenance of this big home isn't worth your hassle anymore. So if these are actually happening, maybe it is time to downsize, but we're going to go through the 7 tips or the 7 signs to really kind of narrow down if this is something you even want to do. Before you get to number 1, because downsizing is really, you have to know where you want to go and what you need as well. So that's before you even look at the 7 steps, we have to really kind of figure out what it is you want. And these are the 7 signs you could sign to downsize, but we really have to talk about what it is that you do need as well.
Exactly. Therefore, the first thing is if your nest is empty and is gonna stay that way. And imagine when you first bought your home, it makes sense. You needed all this space because you had this growing family, having more kids. But now if your kids has already moved out and they are not coming back, they got a job or they're doing education in other places or states or even the other city. And this might be more a space that you really need because they already moved out. And think about how many rooms do you actually use in a daily. If you have a 5, 6, or 4 bedroom and you are not using a couple of them, for example, is that, for example, a formal dining room is necessary anymore for you and it's collecting all the dust. Therefore, this is extra space.
Or you would care about the electrical bill and the heating bill.
This extra space might at that point doesn't make sense to you. And that's one of the reasons that you wanted to downsize, because you can free some money that you can use it and enjoy your life and do something else with that money.
The second thing is it just makes financial sense. The big homes have more expenses, higher property taxes, higher utility bills, higher maintenance fees, higher repairs. And if you're tired of this and you want to cut your costs, a smaller home can actually save you money. So a financial expert is of course going to help you figure out what your home is worth. That is what we do all the time as real estate agents. And really downsizing might actually save you money over time.
Exactly. The next thing is, are you ready for a change? Sometimes you wanted to change or downsize because you're dreaming a new lifestyle. Living for example, close to your grandkids, moving to the walkable community, or even traveling without worrying about big house to maintain. This all makes sense and you need to know what is your need is. The question is how I can change. Am I ready to change the way that I wanted to live?
Next one is isolate. Do you feel isolated and overwhelmed? Because maintaining your home is a lot of work. And if you're doing it alone, it can be overwhelming, especially when you bought it with 2 and maybe now there's 1. It might be time to really downsize to consider a lifestyle that supports your lifetime. So buying a home that will reduce your stress and increase your social opportunities means less maintenance, means you get to have more fun with your life.
Exactly. The next number 5 is, do you have a time or energy to move now? Why? Because let's be honest, moving is not an easy thing to do. But moving on your own timeline is much better than waiting until it becomes an emergency. No? Therefore, you need to know, do you have the time? Do you have the energy? And do you have the ability to downsize? And this is why you need to sit down and make your decision.
And next one to talk about is aging in place isn't always going to be practical, because we might want to stay in our home forever. You loved your home, but the home wasn't built for aging comfortably. Maybe all the bedrooms are upstairs. If there's a lot of stairs, a big yard to maintain, or too much square footage to manage, it can mean that you cannot age in place gracefully. So setting yourself for a safe, easier future is another step to think about.
Exactly. And of course, number 7, if you are your friends are moving out of the town or the place that you're living and you're feeling left out. And notice sometimes people, when they are in the community or they are a couple people that they are like your friends, they seem more happier, they're more social, less stressed. And that's because they get that energy from the other people and they leave happily because they know that they can talk to somebody. And this is one of the reason could be for the downsizing, no? Because people, when their people or people that they are friends with move out, they feel an emptiness, which could be another sign for downsizing or leaving the place that you're living.
Now, if you're in Greenville and Winterville, you do not have to do this alone. We try to help people all the time. It's what our main focus is. So if you are considering to move, we are in Greenville, Winterville. We're actually happy to talk to you about the whole process. And of course, we have this guideline in our description below. So click the link and grab it.
Exactly. Therefore, grab them. Don't forget to call us right away at 252-327-3357. Also, don't forget to watch all of our playlists about buying home, selling home, or selling and buying at the same time. And at the end, don't forget to subscribe in our channel. We love to connect with you and talk to you soon.